Back row ministry of the world premiere. Mr. Motley coming at you live and direct. So here we are, a couple of days after the Tweedledee and Tweedledum debate, where the Democrats pretty much used the only platform they had: coronavirus will kill you, be scared, be afraid. And a couple of days after that, we have Donald Trump mysteriously now he has the coronavirus. We've been talking about this pretty much throughout this whole thing, how everybody mysteriously gets the coronavirus, but he gets it now. And oh my God, it's state of emergency. He's about to die, all this other stuff. And it's funny how a guy who they talk about like a dog at a debate suddenly is now under the umbrella of sympathy. And it's kind of funny how he always seems to garner the attention of the public, of the world. So this is one president who knows how to get the attention. It's like he's got a guy who's going against, but nobody really cares about because all the attention is on this one candidate. All right, so once again, some pictures of the Dumb and Dumber debate. And let's get the date for this debate. Presidential debate. I'm going to get the date on this so we can. Okay, so the debate was on Tuesday, and we get this story today of Donald Trump having the coronavirus. So, what's some key parts in this? Go to our gematria, and we'll always have to have that understanding of why they do what they do and why do they select certain days. So, let's be careful. Let's remember it's Friday. And anytime you want to know about a day, go to get a definition of that day. So, Friday. So Friday is the day of the week between Thursday and Saturday, which we know. The etymology of Friday. The name Friday comes from the Old English meaning the day of Frigg, a result of the old convention associated with the Germanic goddess Frigg. So, most of these days are named after gods and goddesses. Sunday and Monday named after elements. Sunday the sun, Monday the moon. But each one is attached to a planet. So Friday is attached to the planet Venus. So one thing I always do is, knowing that, I go and see, is there any gematria that is associated with that planet for the day. Remember that everything is done by the zodiac and numerology. We're going to get deeper into how they conduct a ritual, a little bit deeper into how they conduct rituals today. Because this is a ritual. And it's a ritual that has some really, really dark implications. And this is leading into that dangerous time we were talking about. And Trump said it in the debate. He's got the military waiting to give people the vaccine. Why would the military be waiting to give people the vaccine and not doctors? Unless they got the other part of this. I mean, we talked about FEMA camps and quarantining people. We're going into that period. I know people don't believe that this is going to take place in America, but we were already getting the test run early on in coronavirus, so we can move into this stage. All right, so we're talking about the planet Venus. Okay, I think we said Venus. All right, so Venus is 45, Venus is 27. A lot of 45, a lot of 27. Pretty much kind of summing up to why an event might be taking place. The Cubs, if you watch their money line in the game today, it was like 179. 179 is 45th prime, meaning they were playing on that Pacific day. They could have went 4-5, but that they also went 3-6. And you see Venus is 36. And you see how the 36 comes before the 45? Anytime you see the number before that number is usually the first numbers are going to be selected. So in that situation, I was concerned about 36 hitting before the 45, which happened. And that's why the Cubs pretty much lost, according to the numerology of that day, according to the alignment of the planet, based upon that planet for the day. So sometimes the planet does play a role in the outcome. You're going to find that. Okay. So we got 27, 36, 45 numerology today from the planet Venus, or Gematria coming from the planet Venus. And we talk about the numbers for the day as far as the date duration. So our date duration is 10-2. And the most important number inside of our date duration today is the first number, 52. 52 is one of the most important numbers. So let's scale back. So we know that the debate took place on Tuesday. I want to say that was 9/29. No, I'm wrong. Had to be 9. All right, so it was 10-1. It couldn't be 10-1. Today is 10-2. Play Tuesday. It's 9. 9:30 was Monday. Oh, okay. All right. I got it. The year is off. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. So 20. All right. Yeah. So 9/29 was the day of the debate. So 9/29 was 3 days on the nose between the debate and today's news of Trump getting the coronavirus. 3 days. And, we always talk about the importance of 33, far certain, most of the magic number they say is 3. 3 is kind of coined as the magic number. So take what they gave you. They gave you something. They gave you 3. 3 days. Remember, Jesus rose in 3 days. 3 days is 29. 3 days is also 56. So 3 days is 56, 29, 79, and 25. We talked about 25, the time of impeachment, the 25th Amendment. Under the 25th Amendment, of course, the president can be impeached and removed by the vice president. And remember, we talked a lot about this, the possibility of Pence being placed in a certain situation. Just the possibility. We don't know if that's going down, but our 25 has returned. So 3 is 25. So this happened 3 days after that debate. All right, so 25, 29. The day of the debate was the 29th. 61 is 18, and 56. 56 is the most important number. You also got 22 with the number of the master builder. So, these are Masonic organizations and Masonic members, so they're going to attach everything they do to numerology and, of course, to the zodiac. All right. So let's go on to the story. President Trump made an unannounced trip Friday to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center to Bethesda. You see that. We're seeing the specific numbers in the story. That was happening on Friday. Look at the main headline. Walter Reed. So let's just take Walter Reed. I'm going to take Walter Reed itself. We'll come to that piece in a minute. So Walter Reed vibrates. And we're always looking for our vibration. So Walter Reed is 111, time is 111. Walter Reed is 137. 137, of course, is the 33rd prime number. That's why Walter Reed is such an important hospital. 114, 60, 159. Nothing. Okay, make sure we pull Walter Reed. A lot of 48 in that story. And we'll see if we get more relation. All right. Updated on 6/48 Friday up in Bethesda. He didn't give us a lot of numbers. All right, so Trump said in the 18-second video, precise time, 18. We'll pull that number out. Okay, so let's kind of go through some of this stuff. All right, so what's the importance of this day? Today is a day with 52 numerology. Why is that important? Why is 52 important? Because 52, of course, is the number of the president. President is 52 in Gematria in reverse and reverse single. So on this day, we had a story about the president. President is also 47. So if you remember the discussion at the debate where Trump kind of blasts out and says, Joe, you haven't done anything in your 47 years. And remember now the word Joe. Remember we did our breakdown on Roman Reigns when he says his name is Joe, pretty much stating he's a member of the Masonic Party with his whole I got cancer whole situation when he was out making a movie with his cousin The Rock. But, my name is Joe. So 47 is always that number attached to foundation, a big part of Euclid. Euclid and his 47th problem is talking about the kind of the foundation of the Masonic principles in a way. Remember, Masonry was designed for that. Masons, people that were builders, carpenters. All right. Another big thing about president is 56. And we've talked about 56 this whole time. President is also 97. 97 is the 25th prime number that goes back to our impeachment number. But president is 56. Why is 56 important for those who know? Because 56 is the coronavirus number. Anything we said had to do with the coronavirus was coded in 56. President is 56. So of course the president is under the numbers of this coronavirus. The coronavirus is a part of the president code at 56. All right, so 5670. If I wasn't mistaken, but I think that was 60. Let me catch something. Yeah, Walter Reed was 60, all right. But 56, 70, 74, 83, all of these numbers are associated and affiliated with the coronavirus. 83 is the 23rd prime number. 23 is a Masonic number, we know. So, all is coded. 61 is 18. Remember, 18 seconds. 61 is the 18th prime number. That's why they put the 18 seconds up in there. So everything they code, everything must be in sync with these stories. So this happened 3 days after the debate, a debate where the manipulation is vote for Democrats because Trump does nothing for the coronavirus. He doesn't think it's real. And we've got the solution and the cure. What are we headed towards? And what have we been talking about? So before this story even came out, I was at work and I got an email about the tracking coronavirus, the Apple and Google contract tracing apps are now available in your state. This was sent to us today. Suddenly, the day that these tracing apps came out today, October 2nd, is the day that this coronavirus story drops. So now we got these new contact tracing software from Apple and Google. It's up and running now, but their use is not widespread. They only work in conjunction with official state apps, and most states aren't yet participating. USA Today found just 14 states with the contact tracing apps in the Apple and Google app stores. Here's the problem with the contact tracing apps. Where the hell are they getting the information about who has coronavirus? Now, there's something in my field where I work called HIPAA. HIPAA is a federal law stating that I can't hold your medical health against you as an employer, and I damn sure can't put out any of your medical health information without you giving consent. I just can't say, well, this person has, let's say you got sickle cell. I just can't say, well, Johnny has sickle cell and go tell everybody on the block because that's a HIPAA violation. So with this contract tracing app, for people that took the test, and there is paperwork that's signed that states that information should be held between you and your doctor, how the hell are they supposed to get this information for the contact tracing app? Unless these doctors are just going to give up the information, which is a HIPAA violation. They're going to give up the information. They're going to tell who has the virus or who's come in contact with people. So this app just starts going off if you're close to a person who may have come in contact with somebody with the virus or had the virus. And how is the thing even going to go off? Is there a chip in the phone specifically? Is it based upon phone numbers? What is it based upon where this thing is going to go off? These are the strange things. And that's why they need the chip. The chip with stored information allows for a company to ping in on a person and then to retrieve certain information. There's a good show about that called the 3%, and why they want to keep everybody on the 3% with a chip. Because as long as you had the chip, I can just tap into that and see your whole damn history. Ultimate control over a person. Ultimate control. We know the chip has another dual use, and that's what the vaccine is really being pushed for. But the same day as this, now all of a sudden we got the contract tracing app only in 14 states. It'll be in every state by before the end of next week. And phones will be going off the hook. This is all about divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. The rule of the Masonic order is to divide and conquer. For some of the people that's in it. Some of these folks don't even understand how the extent of how far some of their so-called brothers will go for power. But this is that divide and conquer mentality. It's divide and conquer mentality. Because now we got, if you saw the debate here, one side with masks, on the other side not. Now the battle going to be, because in New York and some states, they want to walk down the street and start giving people tickets who are outside, connected to nature, breathing God's air, and tell people, well, you can't breathe God's air, you need to be muzzled. That's the sickness of this whole thing. We need to breathe to create the oxygen that we survive off of. Yet you're telling me to muzzle the air that the trees need to give me back a source of life that we all need. Because the coronavirus might give me. That's the mentality. Now, they had this debate at one of the Cleveland Clinic sites. In the world, the majority of your doctors must go to the Cleveland Clinic before they go to other hospitals. People are on waiting lists to get in this place. You think they're going to have a debate that's not at a place that's not sanitized, that's not safe? So, and then they got the lie saying, well, we didn't test the president, who probably gets tested every day. We didn't test the president before the debate, so we don't know if he had the coronavirus. And that's the ritual. That's how this bullshit works. 1 minute he's fine, and next, I got the coronavirus, and I gotta go to the hospital, and then, my age is the reason. And they just sell the fucking lie. These are professional liars. They love to sell a lie because it backs their agenda. Remember, we talked about the FEMA camps? The FEMA camps are coming. The quarantines are coming. Because now coronavirus is going to be labeled as the most dangerous thing in the world. And America's going to be ground zero for the foolishness. Ground zero. Certain spots where the phones are pinging. What do you think they're going to do to those people in those spots and environments? We're headed to war on the streets. We're headed to war on the streets. It's coming. And we talked about this could not be stopped. It was going to come anyway. It was going to come anyway because of the sicklings that you're dealing with. And like we say, we already know who the target is for this coronavirus. Let's start rounding them up. If we get enough pings in certain urban communities, we can round up as many of them as we can and begin the eradication. Because they're scared of the true coronavirus, which they know they can't stop. So this is the sickness. These people work in pack. They are not your friends. Democrat, Republican, I don't care what the hell you think they are. These folks are not your friends. They stand on stage together and mock people. To them, it's a comedy, it's a joke. But also to them, it's about a bigger picture, eradication, fear. Because they are afraid. They're afraid of what's coming. And they can't stop what's coming. They know they can't stop what's coming. They're trying to do everything in their power to, divide as many people as they can. But unfortunately, what they're doing, if you're really paying attention, they're going to bring people together. Because right now, people are not on board for that vaccine. The plan is kind of backfiring. So this is one of those, we got to really take it up there. Let's really take it up there. And we probably have some racist agenda that comes out of this to pinpoint that, he got it for some African American person or some person of color, and these are the people who are spreading it. Watch how the narrative goes. So it's time. It's time to lock and load at this point. It's time to protect your family, because we're here. We're at that time. We're at that place. We're at that time. We're at that place. So let's watch the moves of Kamala Harris here, and definitely watch the moves of Pence, who we slated a couple of years ago would be placed in a different position, more presidential than he is. So let's watch how the game works with the 25. Definitely watch Kamala Harris and her moves moving forward. The sympathy vote now that Trump might get, like I say, this is already designed for Trump to keep cruising. But let's see how the game goes moving forward. So a lot to watch. Protect your families right now, because this is the time. Game time is over. We've hit that point. The tracking, tracing app, everything that we've been talking about is here. Now it's time to really be mindful, strap up, and be prepared. Because if you got to go to war, you got to go to war. That's just where we at. Mr. Mockley, Back Row Ministry, peace and hair grease.